Hello everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to show a Lenormand deck that is relatively new and it was only published a few months ago, and that is the Lenormand Oracle cards by Alexandre Musruck. Here is the box, and this was published or is published by Schiffer, and it is published by Red Feather, which is a division of Schiffer. And I really like this deck. I don't have many Lenormand decks. I've probably only got about 6. And the reason for that is because I'm very particular about Lenormand decks. I find that only some of them seem to connect properly with me, and I like the more traditional looking Lenormand decks, which this one is. So when I realised this one was becoming available, I particularly wanted this deck, and I am not disappointed. I really like this Lenormand deck. I think this will probably be my favourite Lenormand deck because there are things about the artwork and the cards that I particularly like. I find that with Lenormand particularly, it is about the symbols. You need to be able to recognise the symbols quite easily, especially if you are going to be doing a large Lenormand spread. But I think you need to recognise the symbols pretty easily anyway, because Lenormand is particularly about symbolism. So here is the box. Now the thing to note about this deck is I really love the deck, but it does not come with a small book. There is a separate book that is available. I think that is published by Schiffer as well. There is a separate book. But if you are already familiar with Lenormand and you have other books, you wouldn't really notice that necessarily. The only other thing I don't like or I am disappointed about is the box, because it's quite a strong box, but the lid has a rather tight fit. I actually feel that the box is probably just a bit too small for the cards. I would have liked a bit more room, but I'm going to be using these cards, I'm going to be putting them in a bag anyway, so I can work around that. But for people who like to keep them in the box that they come in, that is a bit of a drawback. And with this deck there are 39 cards, because there is an extra man card, an extra woman card, and an extra child card. So there are 39 cards in this deck. So now to show, I'm going to show about half the deck, and I'm going to show the cards that I particularly like. So here is the back of the cards, and it's like the cover on the box. The other thing I really like about these cards is that it has this beautiful gold gilding on the cards. These are matte finish cards, which is really good. And the cardstock is really quite good. I really like the cardstock. It's really good cardstock. Not too thick, but good enough to take quite a bit of handling. So I'm going to show you the particular cards that I like now. Here is the Messenger. And these cards have this beautiful old world feel about them. Not only with the artwork, but I love the sepia light brown tones of the cards. It's very well done. I know that sometimes an old world or sepia brownish look on the card, for me sometimes it comes off a bit dirty looking or grubby looking, which I don't like, but these are really beautifully done. So here is the Messenger, and all the cards are numbered as they should be at the top. Ship, the house, the tree. I also like the size of these cards because I've got some other Lenormand cards that are a bit smaller than this, and I find that they're a bit too small. I think these are just the right size. The tree. Snake. Flowers, or the bouquet. I love the deep colours in this too. The scythe. Birds, the child, and the extra child card, as well as this one, is a little boy. So this is the little girl child. The fox. The bear. I really like this bear card. I'm very particular about the bear card. There are some bear cards that to me do not look like bears. So I need a bear card that for me looks like a bear. Star. The dog. heart. I love the colours in this card. The man, which is also on the box. And as I was saying, there's another man card in here, in the deck. The woman. I like this woman card, but there's another woman card as well. The lilies. Beautiful sun card. I love this sun card. The moon. The key. And the fish. Really like this fish card. So there's some of the cards. It's about half the deck of the Lenormand Oracle cards by Alexandre Musruck. And just before I go, I wanted to mention a book that is going to be republished soon that I will be using with this deck. It is Fortune Telling with Playing Cards by Jonathan D. It has been republished before. This is the 2004 edition. It was published again in 2015, and it's about to be republished again towards the end of this year. I think it will be about November, and will have a different cover like the 2015 edition. And the 2018 cover has old playing cards on the cover. And the last third of this book has Lenormand meanings and Lenormand spreads in here. So I'm going to be using this book, and the first 2/3 of this book is playing cards and divination with playing cards. But I like the Lenormand section particularly in this book, so I thought I would mention this book for anyone who is interested in divination with playing cards and Lenormand cards, because this is also a handy book for combining some of the Lenormand card inserts. For example, this one here of the dog, which has the playing card insert at the top. It's yet another way, if you're interested in the playing cards with divination, to combine that with Lenormand, or otherwise this is quite a good book that has a good Lenormand section in the book as well. So that is quite a really good book, and I really love this Lenormand deck, and I'll put the details below the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.